Healthcare costs, a sticker shock is hitting harder than ever with premiums and out-of-pocket costs soaring for millions of Americans. Families are now facing tough choices between coverage and affordability, and even employers feeling the squeeze. So what's driving these rising costs, and what can consumers do to protect their budgets? Let's bring in friend of the show and financial advisor, Andrew Poulos. Welcome back to the show, my friend. You're going to help to break all this down for us, right?
Chesley, good morning. It is definitely a day of sticker shock for those who are on the healthcare exchange and started looking at their renewal premiums that opened up for open enrollment on November 1st, which was the weekend. Many get, if not everyone's getting a sticker shock today.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, help us out here. What's really behind all this, first of all, and how worried should the average family be heading into the new year?
Yeah, I mean, insurance companies are across the board raising in Georgia the premiums. Of course, there's a big demographic of folks that get insurance through the marketplace with the enhanced subsidies, and the enhanced subsidies are set to expire at the end of the year, which is one of the things that that Congress has been battling on this government shutdown issue.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people assume that it's the insurance companies that set these prices, right? But how much control do they really have over what consumers pay?
Look, at the end of the day, it's formulas that they use and what the government also allows. So these subsidies pretty much are playing a big role for many folks. If you had the enhanced subsidies and now you're getting ready to lose the enhanced subsidies, let's just say that you were getting, for example, $300 a month more in enhanced subsidies, and those are now going to be expired, your premiums are increasing by $300 or more, right? So it's not the insurance company in charge or in control there, whereas Congress basically had implemented those enhanced subsidies during the COVID era, and have set those to expire at the end of 2025. So that's part of the issue that we're seeing here with this sticker shock.
Yeah. Do you see any warning signs that healthcare costs could push these more middle-class families into more debt or even delaying retirement?
Yeah, I mean, look, absolutely. This is I would call this borderline a crisis if we continue on this page, right? We're seeing folks, if you look at social media, people are complaining all over the place, all across the country, with sticker shocks of premiums going up upwards of 50 to 60% in 1 year. So, and we're not talking about 50% of, say, $100 or $200, right? We could be talking about 50% on someone who was paying $1,500 that now is going to be paying $2,600, $2,700, $3,000 or $4,000. I mean, it is beyond out of control at this point. So people are going to have to make a decision. Do they go with paying their bills, or do they go without health insurance protection, or do they go with health insurance that really is not a good plan either? For example, with a $20,000 or $30,000 max out of pocket and deductible, which basically could be catastrophic should something happen. So these are going to be challenges that every family has to discuss at the dinner table coming up.
Yeah. So, you know, typically we see something like this happen. The cost goes up. It typically stays up. Is this the new norm, or would it be more temporary?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is temporary, not the new norm, right? Because we're seeing since between 24 to coming up for enrollment for 26. I mean, we're talking to people who have seen 100% increase. So this is not sustainable. I mean, for the average working family, and even for small businesses in Georgia, throughout the state, pretty much, if they're contributing to an employer plan for the employees, it's just not sustainable. I mean, I've had conversations over the last few days with small businesses and individuals, some of our clients, and they're all in the same boat. I mean, they're stressed out as to how they're going to be able to afford health care, or do they get health care, or forgo health care to be able to pay their bills, their mortgage, their rent, and their utilities, right? I mean, that's the kind of discussions that people are having right now, which is concerning, and we should, as a country, should never be in that situation.
Andrew, how does the federal shutdown play a role in all this?
Well, right now, Chesley, the shutdown, part of the shutdown, of course, not the whole thing, but part of the shutdown and the argument between Republicans and Democrats is the enhanced subsidies. Democrats want the enhanced subsidies to continue. Republicans are not saying necessarily that they don't want to. They're just saying, hey, this doesn't have to be the topic of focus right now. Let's get the government reopened, and then we can deal with this. But keep in mind that open enrollment is here. Most folks have to enroll by December 15th if they want coverage for January 1st. So we're only talking about having about 4 to 5 weeks for families to decide what they're going to do. And unless Congress gets their act together, families may not be able to decide what they're going to do, because they may not have a choice if these subsidies expire and their premiums are going to skyrocket, right? So it's a real issue. I'm hoping that Congress, now that we're into November and the sticker shock is hitting Americans and families, that basically they get their act together and they come to an agreement, open up the government, and deal with this healthcare crisis.
All right. Andrew Poulos, thanks so much for joining us. As always, thanks so much for your advice. Really appreciate it.